Okay, no, actually, the best camera angle so far, Sagar made. Okay, so
Okay.
that time also I told like this kind of camera angle you should have foreground, midground, and background. I will give you example of that also.
Okay. Okay.
And
Okay.
actually, last day I already told you guys, so you just can refer that. Anyway, all right, Shubham. All right, Akash. Yes, Akash, you can. Okay. Mm-hmm. The design is interesting. Hmm. Okay. Just rotate, Akash. No, 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 no.
सर
That
इसमें
file only.
प्रॉब्लम क्या
Just rotate.
है? इसका फाइल साइज बहुत बड़ा हो रहा है.
Hmm. Just select any of those bamboos. Just select any and go close. Go close. More close. To any. Yes. Go close. Go close. More close. I want to see the mesh. Hmm. Okay, Akash. Got your point. I will just discuss about this. Okay, you will come to know why the file size is too heavy. Okay, Akash. Fine, guys. So I guess my screen is visible. Okay. All right. So, guys, the problems you are facing. First of all, let's take the problem of Akash. Okay, you are making the bamboo. So, what you guys generally are doing, taking the cylinder and started working with it. Suppose this will be the bamboo, and I'm increasing the height subdivision level. Not these many knots, maybe 5 or 6 knots. Okay, and then let's make it little uneven. It's too much. Okay, so that it will look like a bamboo. Bamboo distortion will not be too much. Bamboo is mostly straight. Okay, now what you can do? Sorry, we can add divisions like this. Selecting the middle loop. Okay, and After pressing 3, that knot will be visible. I can exaggerate it a little bit more. In 1, it was looking fine. Now the problem is, in this sides, I have used 20 divisions, and that was the first mistake. Okay, Akash, in your case also, this is the reason. That is the first mistake. I already told you that whenever you are taking a cylinder and you are starting working with this cylinder, make sure at the very beginning this subdivision axis, instead of 20 has to be 8, not more than that. This is the mistake. Okay, and I am taking same height. Just check, 6 knots I'm going to create. So this is also a cylinder, this is also a cylinder. So this cylinder is having 180 faces, and this cylinder is having only 64 faces. I guess you understood the difference. So this is the reason your file size is very heavy. So instead of one bamboo, in the place of one bamboo, you can get 3 bamboos with this subdivision level. Okay, Akash. So this was the problem in your case. Remember, taking cylindrical primitive, the first initial subdivision should be 8, not more than that. 8 is enough. In some cases, where it is very much necessary, we can increase it to 12 or 16 maybe. But most of the cases, it will be 8. And this will give the appearance of a cylinder, definitely. So now, you can say, sir, these edges are visible. So what can be done? Select the edges, mesh display, and soften edge. So now it is looking like a cylinder with 8 subdivision also. Okay, so like this we are going to work. So this is problem number 1. Problem number 2. Suppose you are making something, and you feel this is a house, maybe you are making, and there will be a shade in this area. So let's extrude it. So this is the shade. Okay, it is looking black this side, no problem. Just selecting mesh display and reverse. So what basically happens, guys? Just check. Going to display. This is very important. Okay, to understand your model. So this is uh, nothing to do with modeling, but to understand the model. Okay, whatever I am showing right now. Going to display polygons, and there is something called face normals. What is a normal? We already discussed in the numbers, in the curves. The perpendicular axis of any side, or at any point, or on any curve, that will be called as the normal of that particular side. In this case, for the entire object, I want to see the normal. So face normal. I guess I made the size very small. Yeah, the normals are visible. You cannot see it because the size I made it very small. So here is the normal size. I'm going to the normal size, and let's increase the size. Can you see these lines? These lines. So these are the normals of these faces. Okay. Remember, whatever model you are making, these normals should be outer side, not inside. Okay. All the normals should be outer side. Then in the texturing there will be no problem. And if the normal is incorrect, you will get black patch because inside it is it will be calculated as the negative side. Positive side always should have the normal. So your outer side, which will have the texture, will have the normal. Is that okay, guys? Have you understood this? What is right now? You understood yes or no? If you didn't understand, just let me know. Guys, come on, quickly response. Or you couldn't see what I showed. No, no, guys. I'm not talking about that. What what I'm asking you, you understood how the normal placement should be. You understood that? How the normal placement should be? Yes. So I'm asking that only. Means the normal placement has to be outer side of the object. You always check after making a model, you come to the normals, and after some time your experience will tell you if the normals are correct or not. You will automatically, by looking at it, you will come to know. So the normals should be always outside. Now, coming to this face, can you check the normal is actually this side. So this side is gray, and this is the negative side of the face. If you want to change the normal position, so what can be done? Select this face, go to mesh display, and reverse. So now the normal is this side. Okay, so normal is not over here. This is the negative side, and now this is the positive side. Okay, so this is about the normal. If somewhere you can see black patch, now you know what to do. You need to come to mesh display and need to reverse it. First, you check it if the normal is incorrect. So most of the cases, normal will be incorrect. So there is no problem. You select the face and reverse it. So you are correcting the normal. That means okay. So now, if you don't want to see the normal, just come over here and click on the face normal. Sorry, just select in object mode and face normal. So now it is there, but it is not visible anymore in the viewport. Okay. Now coming to this extrusion, I have extruded. I'm pressing 3. Have you seen this? This is very problematic. We should not do this. We should not extrude the edge. This is very problematic. Okay. If I shade over here, now this cube is fine. If I want a shade over here, I'll just place a plane over here separately. It will be a little bit this side because if a shade is there, definitely it will not start from here, but it will start somewhere from here. Don't you think? It will be inside and it can be a little bit like this so that rainwater can flow easily. So it has to be like this. So don't extrude it from the main geometry. You just keep it separately, because definitely it is made of cement, and this will be made of either tin or asbestos. So it will be totally different. So different object, different geometry. Now all of you got the point. Okay. Yes. Now coming to the next point.
सर
Yes, Sagar.
सर आपने नॉर्मल का हेड्सअप डिस्प्ले में किया था क्या?
Hmm. Normals you will get display, polygons, normal, face normal.
ओके सर ओके
Okay, guys, just remind me what was the other problems.
सर
Okay, how to make a flag? Yeah. Yes, Gina.
वो मैंने आपको बोला था पिवट पॉइंट चेंज करने के बाद स्केल करते तो
Oh,
क्रॉस
yes, yes,
दैट्स
yes.
वन
Got it. Yes, got it. So suppose I'm taking a cube and I have given a rotation to it. Okay. Now I will scale it. So can you see the scaling I'm getting in local axis now? It is this scale manipulation is not anymore like this. Okay. It is now a local axis. So sometimes it will be easy for us. We would like the manipulation like this. So this would be very easy for us. But sometimes you will feel like, no, I don't want this. I want the manipulation like this, like the previous one. So what to do in this case? Just double click on the tool. Just double click on the tool, and instead of object, now select world. Okay. See, now you are getting the manipulation like the previous one. So you are scaling like this now. And suppose one object is there, you are getting the manipulation like this, and you want according to the object, just go over here and make it object. So you will get the manipulation like this. So both are available actually. Jinal, I guess you were talking about this, right?
यस सर
So
सर
over now you know how to change it. Yes. Yes, tell me, please.
टूल सेटिंग में आपने वर्ल्ड और सॉरी टूल सेटिंग में आपने फर्स्ट ऑप्शन कहाँ पे क्लिक किया था
In tool setting, axis orientation. Axis orientation.
ओके
Hmm. From here you can change it, because whenever you are giving rotation or anything to an object, generally, definitely it will change its basic orientation like the local axis. But again, you know what? I'm selecting this, going to modify and freeze transformation. Have you seen something? Now the local axis and object global axis is the same because I freezed it. Now this became the 0, 0, 0 coordinate of this particular object. So before freeze transformation, be very sure like that is the final position of the object, and then do it.
सर इफ
Okay, otherwise you will lose the local orientation.
चेंज नहीं किया एंड फ्रीज
Ye-
स्वीप कर देंगे तो भी चलेगा
No, I didn't get you. Jinal, come once again.
सर
If
आपने चेंज चेंज किया था ना लोकल और एक्सिस, तो मैं बोल रही हूँ अगर चेंज नहीं किया डायरेक्ट फ्रीज करके कर सकते हैं.
that is also fine. Suppose you don't want the local orientation. What was there no previously? You don't want this local orientation. Like it is of no use for you. You want global orientation only. So just select the object, go to modify and freeze transformation. It is done for you.
ओके सर,
And it
got
is permanent. Yes, yes. Okay. What other problems were there, guys? Can remind me? Anything else? I'm forgetting. Flag. Okay. This is not the right time to show you flag, but you people don't have to do it. Okay. I'm just showing you. This is not the right time to do it. Still, we'll have some time. But I just wanted to show you how simple it is. But this is not the right time. So let's make it 13 by 6, or the shape can be anything. Okay. Okay. It's actually simple. Now I have to go to dynamics. Okay. I'm going to FX and I'm converting it into a cloth. You don't have to remember this. Okay. I'm just showing you and selecting these two. These two will be fixed, right? So I'm applying some constraint. And now okay, it is over here. Let's make it 1000. I'm increasing frames. All right. Okay. So my flag is ready. Okay, and it is animatable also. Okay. So for now, you're just make a plane and keep it over there. And by single click, it will be animatable.
So,
Okay, guys. Yes, Nitin.
मैं क्या सोच रहा था, प्लेन प्लेन है ना, वो लेके कर सकते क्या? लाइक वर्टेक्स में जाके पॉइंट सेलेक्ट करके मोड टूल यूज करके थोड़ा पॉइंट ऊपर नीचे करके देन लास्ट वाले कॉर्नर पे जाके दोनों कॉर्नर को सेलेक्ट करके उसको स्केल करके एक ट्रायंगल शेप में डाल के नॉर्मल, ये एफएक्स वाला नहीं, अगर आप अभी नहीं बोल रहे तो नहीं करने के लिए.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, definitely that can be done. That can be done.
ओके सर.
Do like that. Yes, can be done. Means what I wanted to show you very easily. This can be done. So don't worry about flag. You people have written so many times. That's why I showed you. But this is not needed right now. And this is not the correct time to do this. Okay. Now I supposed to show you something. Okay. Yes, I can remember. Guys, in your village scene, one thing is missing. That is the grasses. Okay, the grasses are missing. Let us check. how to make grasses.
और सर डस्ट
So
रहता है
I'm picking a plane.
ना,
Sorry?
डस्ट डस्ट वो कैसे क्रिएट करने का रहता है?
No, dust also is a part of effects only. Okay, dust will also come as effects. Like you need to create particles, then only will get dust. No,
और ओके सर, और देन स्मॉल
means
स्मॉल.
we don't create the dust through modeling. Yes.
ओके.
Okay, guys, what I am trying to create right now is grass, grass blades. Okay, so let us check how to do it. It can be very interesting. I'm making it a little bit bigger only so that after completion I can make it very small. For now, let's make it bigger. And I'm giving, let's say, this is a plane the way, and I'm giving 5 subdivision level. Okay, only 5. Selecting the edge. So this will be the end part of it. See, manually, I'm modeling it. When you will be working in your movie, so that time if grass is needed, you have to be very careful to properly make the grass. So like this, you have to model it. So at the middle, I'm giving another subdivision level, and the grass blade should be a little bit like this, isn't it? Or maybe the opposite side. Selecting the last one, and let's give it a shape. But I think it could be a little more. And also another loop will come in over here. The more loops, the more flexibility we'll get. See, I'm making like a model, as if I'm doing the modeling of something. For the grass also. Okay. So I'm using 18 faces for one grass. Now I can make it very narrow. Okay, so this is one grass. I'm duplicating it and keeping it aside. Selecting this, all of you, I'm going back to my modeling. All of you can remember the deform and non-linear deformers. Okay, I guess all of you can remember this.
Yes.
Hmm. So I'm using a bend in this, and let's make it 180. Okay, I'm making it 180, and curvature. Okay, it is going this side, so I need to rotate it that side. So which rotation? Y rotation 90 degree, so that it can rotate that side. See, for a grass also, you have to be so precise. I'm pushing it at the bottom. Okay, and higher bound, I'm just sorry, it has to be then, this bound is lower bound, let's make it more. Okay, so now selecting the object, only selecting the object, Control D, keep it aside, keep it aside. Okay, so I got one variation of this object. That's absolutely fine. Go to the bend, curvature, little bit less, select the object, Control D, and the variation. So a little bit straight, a little bit bended. All right. Now coming over here, curvature, maybe a little bit more. And at the same time, by selecting this, I'm using twist. Okay, I'm using twist. And in the case of twist also, so let's give 180-degree. And okay, this will be the lower bound, high bound will be 0, and the origin will be from here. Okay, and start angle, maybe, can you see how much now the shape is totally deformed? So, but I'm liking it. Duplicate, I am keeping it. Variation number 3, going to the twist, making it 0, going to end angle, can you see? Another variation, Control D, duplicate, keeping it aside, making it 0. Now, let's go to the bend once again and increase the curvature a little bit more. And in this, now let's add sign. I'm adding sign. Okay, so over here also, this will be the center point. Let us check. Amplitude, I need to increase a little bit. So lower bound will be 0, higher bound will be more. We have to be very careful while using a sign. Let's rotate it a little bit just to get this. So what I'm thinking, so this is twist, this is bend, this is sign. I'm going to the bend and let's decrease the, sorry, curvature a little bit, and you can see what kind of variation I'm doing. Similarly, the amplitude could be a little less. It is a little bit too much. This is fine. I'm liking it. So duplicate, So got other variation, and coming to the sign once again, amplitude 0.1 bit less, and going.
Sir, you are having. Sir, hello.
Yes.
Sir, you are having network issue.
Yes.
Sir.
Tell me.
Your voice is. Sir, your voice is breaking and screen is freezing.
Okay, then I'll stop it. And is that fine now? You can see the screen. You can see the mouse. I'm moving. Is this okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now going to the bend, increasing the curvature a little bit more, very much. Okay. Selecting it, duplicate. Now once again, selecting bend and a little bit more, almost touching the ground. Duplicate. Okay.
Sir,
What I'm doing, I should have, yes.
सर आप
Who is that?
डिफॉर्म करते सागर सर.
Yes, Sagar, tell me.
सर डिफॉर्मेशन में मेरा प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है, मतलब एक वैल्यू के बाद कर्वेचर बढ़ ही नहीं रहा है, इंक्रीज ही नहीं हो रहा.
No, until unless you are having enough division, you will not get it.
This division.
You should have enough division for that.
So enough है सर डिवीजन, ज़्यादा है.
Then your direction is incorrect. So just rotate the bend, you will understand. Just rotate the bend. Then also it will work.
सर वाइल सर मतलब वैल्यू डालते वक्त बैंड सेलेक्ट होना चाहिए, बैंड हैंडल सेलेक्ट होना चाहिए कि जो ऑब्जेक्ट है मैश वो भी सिलेक्ट होना चाहिए.
No, only the bend will be selected. But while applying bend, make sure your object is selected and then you are applying bend. Then only it will happen.
और बैंड.
Yes. Suppose you are using bends. See, this is the object and I want to use bend. So I'm just clicking on bend. So nothing will happen. Error is coming. So object must be selected and bend. And this time, see, I'm not doing anything. It is in its rest position. Going to curvature and increasing it. Nothing will happen. But as soon as, see, I'm rotating it, it started working. Understood? So make sure the bend direction is correct. So you need to rotate it actually. Okay, Sagar?
Yes sir.
Okay, now coming to the point. This has to be for all of these. What I need to do, I need to change the pivot point. Okay, and the pivot point has to be at the end of it. Has to be at the end of it. This we need to do. Okay, guys. So for this also the same. Guys, you can understand only for making grass you need to put so much effort because everything has to be very perfect. Okay, now coming to the individual layers, and duplicating and keeping it at the center. A little bit that side. And once again changing pivot point and making it at the center. Okay, duplicate, rotate a little bit, duplicate randomly. It has to be very random, guys. Okay, but in this, the size will be different. Okay, for all. Now, I guess this one I will take, and this should go. Let us check over here because it has to be gradual. Okay. Now let's take this one. So moving it over here. All right, and pivot point will be at the center. Find the pivot point at the center so that I can rotate it. You can go to the top view, and also by duplicating you can rotate it. See, randomly I'm placing it. All right. Now one can be little small. Sorry, this will be small so that it is very random. Okay. Now let's take this one. Okay. After this, it could be a little insert, I guess. It is making things random. Duplicating over here. For this, actually, I'm randomly just placing it wherever I'm finding it suitable. I'm just placing it. Avoid interpenetration. All right. Now taking this one. Placing it over here. Okay. Changing the pivot point at the center. Going to the top view. Duplicate. 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 Very randomly, I'm duplicating. All right. Now, all right. Now this one. Control D. So this has to be like this. Once again, look at the center. And the first one, I'm not keeping it over here, but I'm keeping it over here. Now duplicate, duplicate. So all the places, I just fill. And what I can see, it could come a little bit inside. It could come a little bit inside because room is there. Duplicate, all right. Then I'm not using all three, maybe this one. Keep it like this. Avoiding any interpenetration at the center. Go to the top view. Now duplicating it. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Has to be very random. Okay. Something like this. Then coming to this. Putting it over here. See, randomly placing, avoiding any interpenetration with some other glasses. Okay. I've done a mistake, isn't it? Didn't change the pivot point. Okay. Duplicate, duplicate. Randomly I'm placing. Duplicate, duplicate. In this case, I made a little bit more intentionally. Okay. So this is the overall arrangement. This could be a little bit more, but it's all right. Selecting all, mesh, combine. Keep these things aside. Okay, this is selected. Now I'm changing the pivot point over here. Duplicate. Let's make it smaller. Make sure there is no interpenetration. Again, duplicate. Sorry. You can rotate it a little bit. That's all right. Duplicate it. little more. Avoid any interpenetration. You have to be careful in that. Okay. Now, once again, I'll duplicate it, and you know what? This time, mesh separate, and sorry, randomly, I'll delete some. Okay. So now once again, selecting all and combine. I need to change the pivot point over here. Now I'll duplicate it, and it can be placed somewhere over here. That is very small. Now selecting everything, combine, okay, changing the pivot point over here, duplicate. See guys, from each and every direction, I'm making it different. Duplicate. So maybe in front of the camera. So like this, you need to place it. So the grasses are in front of the camera. You need to place it like this. So with the light, and when the shadow will cast out of these grasses, it will look very natural. Okay, guys. I guess you got my point, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So like this, whatever composition you were making. So okay, this thing I supposed to tell you. The composition you were making last day. So I told today also. I'm telling you. I'm taking a new camera. Okay, this is a new camera. So arrange it. Maybe over here the heart is visible. Then now still these things actually I'm combining everything, and it has to be close. Then also will look very random and realistic. And maybe over here the heart is there, and at the corners of the heart some grasses are visible, and the tree is there. After this, over here the part of the well is visible in this area. There is a path, village path in this area, and both the side of the path, these grasses are there. So like that, you need to compose it. At the background, the mountain is there, like a scenery. Okay, you need to compose it like that. then it will look convincing. Okay, guys, you were having a lecture, right, today? So quickly, I will take the attendance.
तो उसके बाद मैं शेयर करूँ क्या मैं एडमिन को बनाया वो दिखाने के लिए
You want to share?
यस सर बस वो एक टेम्पल जो बनाया वो